13 years ago, on December 31st, stand up. If you was with me on December 31st, 10 years ago, stand up. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Micah 2, verse number 12. I love you, man. Micah 2, verse number 12. I'm about to cry. I need to get in this word. I don't like crying. Micah 2, verse 12. Watch this. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of who? Thee. I will surely gather the who? Of who? Now remember, Jacob was the one whose name was changed to Israel. Israel and Jacob was the same man. But Israel was the name given after he wrestled. After he wrestles with God, God changed his name from Jacob to Israel. Jacob means supplanter, trickster. It literally means one who grabs the heel. It is a reference to a wrestling move, one who will grab the heel of their opponent to turn the situation in their favor. So the name Jacob basically means one who in his own strength will do whatever he needs to do to get the advantage. But when he wrestles, what happened through the transformation, through the end of the era of the season. Remember, Jacob had tricked his brother and his father out of a birthright and a blessing. He had tricked them out of both. But then he's on the run from his brother Esau. Then he encounters this angel and he decides to wrestle with the angel. And when he wrestles with the angel, and the Lord showed me this, the reason why he's wrestling with the angel is because the blessing he got wasn't right. No, you didn't hear me. He tricked to get the blessing. But it wasn't right. So he was perpetrating a fraud. In other words, he was walking around like he was blessed. But he knew on the inside he really wasn't. So that's why he said, I'm not letting you go until... But he had already got him. But it wasn't real. Okay, let me help you. Let me come and get you. In 2025, you can leave the fake stuff alone. You can stop acting like you blessed and you can walk in your real blessing. You can stop hating on other people and what they have and ask the Lord to give you your stuff with your name on it. All right. Verse number 12. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant out of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Zerah. As the flock in the midst of their fold, that shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. So the word remnant means residue. It means the rest. God is saying, I'm going to start taking what is left over. All right. Some of you have been diminished. You lost some stuff. You lack some things. You have been affected by the loss. But you still have a little bit left over. If you get the proper perspective on what's left over, then our Father will increase us and bless us to a degree that people are going to look at you and wonder what happened. Again, remnant means the residue. It means the remainder. It means what's left. It's the other. What's going to happen is God is saying, I'm trying to set you up to bless you where people will look at you and say, is God going to use that one? Is God going to use that person? Is God going to use that child? Is God going to bless that church? Is God going to bless that ministry? It's like when Samuel went to Jesse's house looking for the next king. And Jesse brought all his sons before him and Sam said, nope, that ain't the one. And then he said, do you have a remnant son, another son that you ain't telling me about? Because God said the next king is in your house. And you done brought everybody that looked like they qualified, but the oil ain't ran over. I'm looking for that Mac in the back that everybody skipped over, that everybody say, surely not at your neighbor and say, neighbor, you ain't shouted yet. You must not have been left over. Nobody's ever looked past you. Nobody's ever looked over you. But there are some people in here that say, I've been looked over and stepped on. But God said, I was just setting you up for the next setup blow up. Let me help you because that didn't hit. Okay. Look at the tense of the word. It's more specific. It's not just the human word, but it's a Hebrew word which means remainder or a residual surviving portion. It means that part that survived. Let me give that to you again. The residue, the leftover, is the part that survived everything else. That means it didn't get taken out. It made it through. Now, there's somebody in here right now, if you just have a flashback of your 2024, when you look at yourself, you can say, I'm the remnant because I survived some stuff that I didn't think I was going to make it. I only need about 3 people that can say, I didn't know if I was going to ever make it through that. But look at me now, I survived. High five your neighbor and say, I'm a survivor. You can kick down on me, I'm going to get back up. You can count me out, but I'm going to get back up. The sickness didn't take me out. The loss of the job didn't take me out. You cursing me out didn't take me out. Everybody walking out on me didn't take me out. Because you didn't know that I was surviving. Let me say this. I'm looking for transformed people who don't know all the ins and out of religiosity or protocol in church. I'm looking for the people who come to church and they shouting and they know it ain't protocol. No, y'all ain't saying nothing. I'm looking for people that'll shout when it ain't even time to shout. But they gonna shout because they thinking about how God brought them over. Now, all you religious people that understand religious order, I give you permission to sit down and be quiet. But I'm looking for somebody to say, you don't know how far he brought me. You don't know what I made it through. You don't know what he pulled me out of. You don't know what it took for me to get where I am. I survived the storm. I survived the rain. Almost done. I'm getting high on my own supply. Now y'all didn't hear me. Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a joker. Sometimes it makes me wonder how I keep from going. Verse 13. Verse 13. It says, the breaker is come. But before it says the breaker come, the end of verse 12 says, they shall make a great noise. After you make the noise, the breaker comes. No, you didn't hear me. After you send a praise, then the breaker shows. I see y'all still waiting on me. I gave you permission a long time ago. When you send up a praise, it breaks up some stuff that's been hindering you for receiving the stuff God has for you. When you send the praise up, it releases the breaker. Y'all mind if we test it? I'm going to see if anybody in here can send up a shout that'll break up some stuff that's already designed to stop your blessings in 2025. Okay, all right. The thing is, you don't know what's coming in 2025. You can't wait to start